Madam Speaker, I wish to thank the Honourable Member for the questions. For the information of this August House and the general public, the search and rescue for the waterways and 12 nautical miles territorial waters are the responsibility of the police. From the 12-mile limit to the 200-mile EEZ is the responsibility of the Navy. Madam Speaker, currently the monitoring of the EEZ is a vast responsibility. Given the large ocean space of Fiji archipelagic waters, there is no doubt that Fiji resources are extremely stretched. In terms of this monitoring task, and the Navy and others relevant stakeholders experiences of today. As part of the undergoing national security strategy and the white papers to be produced resultantly, the Navy will be submitting their capability and capacity plans to enhance their competencies and resources to mitigate the vast responsibilities that they have. Under the Marine Safety Authority, MAMSAF regulations, all vessels that enter Fiji territorial waters are monitored under the Automatic Identification System, AIS. The system accessible to the Navy also assists the monitoring of vessels. Government through MSF are also now pursuing a mandatory reporting system whereby all vessels entering Fiji waters will be bound by law to report identification and locality to Fiji relevant authorities. The recent Pacific Island Forum Fisheries Agency FFA Niue Treaty is an agreement without an MOU that allows for the direct liaisons on operations relating to fisheries surveillance and related breaches. Fiji is yet to be signatory to this treaty, but have arranged with FFA to conduct workshops and consultation for Fiji's decisions. This is also an avenue that can assist Fiji in the monitoring of our EEZ should Fiji agree to verify this treaty. Fiji also plans to utilize avenues of satellite images because of the large area of the EEZ. This has a disadvantage given the real-time imaging provisions. There are also plans for the possibility to utilize aerodromes towards the monitoring of the EEZ, which is very expensive. This avenue is currently being carefully considered by government to tender our expression of interest to establish formal agreements in order to secure the appropriate times to utilize such a capability when and where required. For the search and rescue, Madam Speaker, in terms of search and rescue, government is evident recognition of its importance has increased the budget for this financial year to 200,000 Fiji dollars towards SAR. For the past 2 years, the Ministry has had numerous consultations in drafting the National Search and Rescue Manual that has been submitted to government mechanism for consideration. The Ministry also conducted a search and rescue tabletop exercise in 2015 with all stakeholders to test the search and rescue manual, and proved to be integral as this exercise identified areas of improvements for obvious amendments to the draft prior to submission to government. Madam Speaker, the operational responsibility is obviously with the Fiji Navy, who is in the best equipped and competent in SAR, in search and rescue. The Fiji Navy possesses a very useful software called Search and Rescue Information System, SARIS, which assists in plotting the likely course of search and rescue operations, taking into account the weather, tides, time of incident, etc., producing the most likely vicinities of the probable victims, easing and providing quicker reactive action of search and rescue. Since the inception of SARIS program, the success rate has been 90% and has confidence of 100% success if the program is provided clear statistics to allow the required probabilities to be produced. From the past 5 incidents in a year and a half ago, 4 out of 5 had been successful. Madam Speaker, currently Fiji utilizes local aircraft companies for fixed and route wing capability for search and rescue operation. Furthermore, through the Fiji Navy, there is an agreement which ready for renewal with the French and the New Zealand government, respectively, of the aerial capability provision to assist Fiji in search and rescue operations. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Majayasini Mutaiwalu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With the current system of surveillance and monitoring of the EEZ and search and rescue, is it achieving the desired objective of government?
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
I thank the Honourable Member for the question. At the moment, we have limitations. We have limitations in our capability. That is why we've been assisted by New Zealand and the French Navy. That is why we have this national security strategy to come up with a white paper and then to come up with capability that should be tabled in Parliament of what is required of the Fiji Navy for the monitoring of our EZ. At the moment, we have limitations.
Honorable Samuel Abuniwala.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In regards to the search and rescue, which are being conducted by the Fiji Navy, can the Honourable Minister explain what kind of short-term assistance are being provided to them? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Minister.
The short-term assistance that we're having at the moment is the assistance from the French aircraft and the renewal of the agreement with the New Zealand Navy for the aircraft to be part of the search and rescue plan. We had to, the timeline from when we request for aircraft at the moment is a bit limited because they don't have on standby for Fiji operations. It is on request that the requests have to go to these two governments, and the time lapse from the request time to for the aircraft to be in the area is taken too long at the moment, because they are really not on standby for Fiji search and rescue, because they are tasked for other priorities for their various governments. That is why when the aircraft is flown to Fiji for task, sometimes it takes a day, sometimes it takes 1.5 days. What is required in search and rescue is the quick action that we have, and we want to have a when the system is being done by the Navy for the SARIS to know the datum when is the likely position of the drifting vessels or lost at sea, it is very important that we have the aircraft assigned to be there as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Tupondo Ndalo.
Madam Speaker, my question to the Minister is I thank him that they're prioritizing EEZ surveillance now. The question is, I've only heard the Minister mention one figure, which was 200,000, which is a drop in the ocean of a $300 million budget. My question is, given the importance of our EEZ and to protect Fiji from the onslaught of drugs and thieves of our natural resources, will the Minister and the Ministry be considering reallocation within that $300 million budget, directly and indirectly to the military, to give a bigger chunk of it to the Navy for monitoring of the EEZ, or will that require further resources?
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I thank the honourable member for the questions, and go back to what I mentioned before, is that we'll be having a white paper. The white paper will be presented in government, where are areas in which we need the capabilities and the finance and all that, and that can be discussed and debated over here. If I think if there's a required for much more money, that will be submitted when the paper is tabled in Parliament, and we can discuss on that.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Ratu Iswatipala.
Thank you, Madam. I'm just want to ask the Honourable Minister on how many naval ships that are actually ours, that are actually operational, and what is the strength of the Navy? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
At the moment, there are 4 operational boats, ships. As I mentioned before, the capability is limited. At the moment, we are negotiating the agreement with Australia that they will be supplying us 2 more bigger boats, 50 meter, but that is on the pipeline, and we are working on that. The 3 boats that we have at the moment, the plan is now that they'll be taken to Australia for refit, one by one at a time, and they can be refitted so that to await the time when we'll be supplied with 2 more boats from Australia, the bigger ones.
Thank you. And now, sorry, yes, that was the second part.
The strength was increased from 300 to 500 now.